Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Natalie. I teach yoga classes which are specifically designed to address the mental and physical challenges of being an athlete. That being said, everyone is welcome here, especially if you just went for a run, because today's class is going to be about yoga for after a run. I just went for a run, actually, believe it or not. Well, it was like an hour ago now because I had to plan this class. But we're going to be working together on stretching and strengthening the muscles that we use when we're running. And we're actually going to start with a pranayama because I like to start all of my classes with breath work. So find a comfortable seat on your mat. Oh, also, I should mention, we might be doing some lunges, so if you need a blanket for your sensitive knees, then you should grab one. But anyway, find a comfortable seat on your mat, and the pranayama we'll be doing today is called Sitali. It's a really fun one, I think. What you're going to do, if you have the ability to fold your tongue into a taco, you will do that. I don't have this ability. I'm the only person in my family who can't do it. I'm just like missing the gene or whatever. And everyone else in my family can, and they make fun of me for it. But if you're like me, you're just going to make a little round circle with your lips. And try to inhale nice and slowly through your taco tongue. And you should feel a cooling sensation as you do this. And then exhale, let everything out. Inhale. And exhale. Follow the rhythm of your own breath. You can bring your hands to your heart and feel for your heartbeat as you go through this pranayama and as you're cooling down from your run. Inhale and exhale. Feel if you're staying connected to your breath throughout the practice. One more. And meet me on your hands and knees in tabletop. We'll actually start with downward dog today while we're still warm, so we can have an opportunity to really stretch out our hamstrings. So it's lowering each heel one at a time towards the floor. Not pushing too far, but just being comfortably uncomfortable. Feel for pressing into your hands, spreading across the upper back, staying strong in the upper body even though we are focusing on our hamstrings here. Inhale, step the left foot forward and take a low lunge. So this is where you might need a blanket. Step the left foot forward and then reach your arms up. Exhale, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Pressing the shoelaces of your right foot into the mat. Pressing the ball and heel of the left foot into the floor. Finding your balance here. Letting gravity stretch your hip flexor. Exhale, lower your hands back down to the mat. Tuck the right toes under, step back, downward facing dog. And we'll hang out here. You can continue pedaling out the legs if that feels right to you, but just taking whatever you feel your body needs in this moment. Being gentle with yourself, you already did some hard work today. Inhale, step the right foot forward, low lunge, reach up. Activating your fingers, spreading them wide, and staying active in all parts of your body, not just the legs. Exhale, bring the hands back down to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Tiptoe your toes up towards your hands and find an easy forward fold. You can take a bend in your knees and don't worry about whether or not your hands make it to the ground. Just find a nice relaxed stretch. Plant your hands on the mat and step back, coming into tabletop once again. Inhale and press the top of your right foot into the mat as you extend your left leg long, flexing the left foot, making sure the hips are in line. Once you find your balance, you have the option to extend the right arm out long, pressing into the left hand. Inhale and bring the elbow and knee to meet each other under the body. And as you exhale, extend out long again. Inhale, slow and controlled, bring the elbow into the knee, and then exhale, extending out long again. Follow your own breath for about 3 more rounds here. Lower your hand and knee back down to the mat, and we'll switch sides. Pressing the top of the left foot into the mat, extending the right leg long. Finding your balance here before extending the left arm. Inhale, bring the elbow and knee in to meet each other. And then exhale, extending out long. Following the pace of your own breath. I used to not really like these because I didn't think that they did anything, but if you are very slow and controlled with it, it has lots of challenges in balance and strength. So I do think that this is a good exercise, especially for runners. Take one more here. And then bring your hand and knee back down to the mat. Come onto your back. Bring your feet in towards your hips. Hands at your side. Bridge pose. Press your feet into the floor and exhale, lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Inhale, extend the left leg out long, pressing into the right foot. And then cross the left ankle over the right knee for this hip opener. As you exhale, allow gravity to pull that left knee towards the floor. Continuing to press your hips towards the ceiling. Exhale, unwind your leg, extend it long, and then lower it back down to the ground. Pressing the left foot into the mat. Inhale, extend the right leg out long. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. Exhale, allow the right knee to externally rotate towards the ground. Continue pressing the hips up, and that should also assist in getting a deeper stretch. Also strengthening that left leg. Exhale, unwind the right foot and lower it to the mat. Gently lowering yourself back down, upper back, then middle back, then lower back. Use your hands to lift your torso. And this is one of my favorite moves for strengthening for running, especially. You're going to extend one leg out long, and then you can keep the other knee bent, or you can extend it. Right now it's just what feels comfortable to you, but I think I prefer to have this leg bent. So we'll start by reaching the left foot up until you feel you can't stretch it any further. And we're just gonna hold it at the limit of our range of motion. This is an active stretch because you're using your agonist muscles to hold the stretch muscle in this position. And then exhale, lower that leg back down. We'll switch sides, so extend the right leg out long, flexing that foot. Inhale, lift the right leg as high as you are able to and hold it here. Continue to contract your quad muscles as you stretch the hamstring, keeping the foot active, flexed, pulling it back. Exhale, lower that leg back down to the mat. Now we will work both legs at the same time in our core kind of as well. So we'll take the same sort of movement, lifting the leg up, but then lowering it to the ground, just gently tapping it on the floor. So you'll start with both feet up and then lower them one at a time, gently tapping the heel on the floor, trying to extend your leg as high as it will reach. So there's definitely a lot of core work here, but you're also engaging your hamstrings, your quads, and then getting a good stretch through the back of the leg. Continue here for a few more breaths. This is the part where it gets hard and you're like, why did I click on this girl's video? I thought I was gonna get a stretch. You are stretching, it's active stretching. One more. And then exhale, lower both legs back down to the mat. Extend both legs out long. We'll take a forward fold. So sit up straight. Inhale, reach your head up high. Exhale, fold over the legs. I'm not very flexible, so I don't really get very far in this stretch, but that's okay. We'll get there if we keep working on it. Feel for keeping those feet flexed. As you inhale, extend through that spine, lengthening. And exhaling, see if you can push the limits with this stretch, but staying comfortable. You don't want to push beyond your range of motion. You just want to get to the limit. Inhale, walk your hands back to your hips. Next we'll take yogi squat, so bringing your feet back in towards your hips, seeing if you can pop yourself right up into it. And feel for lifting your chest up, not hunching over like this. So lifting the chest proud. You can do whatever you want with your hands. I tend to either bring them into prayer, or I like to take them out to the floor, but they don't always reach to sit flat on the floor. So just whatever feels comfortable in your body. I think this is really great for ankle mobility. My ankles have a pretty tough time, so I like to just sway a little bit to kind of work through my ankles. Bring your hands down to the mat, extend your legs out long, and we will take a pigeon pose. So bringing your left knee into your left wrist, extending the right leg out long. If this is not accessible to you, you also have the option for deer pose, which is bending of the back leg as well. And then you can fold over the front knee. Finding what works for you. Other option is to take a blanket or a block or some other object that you can put your body weight on and it won't break. I really like to put something under the left hip or the front hip, and using that to support myself and make the stretch easier to come into. But once you find the position that works for you, you have the option to lower into that stretch. But if it's too much, you're always welcome to just stay up on your hands. Inhale, walk your hands back up towards your hips, using your hands to support yourself as you unwind the left foot. And we will take this on the other side now. So moving your right knee towards your right wrist and finding the pigeon or deer that is going to work for you today. Doesn't matter if it's the same as what you did yesterday or last week. Our bodies are always changing, and it's important to respect what they need today so that we don't hurt ourselves. Once you find your pigeon, just breathing here. Inhale, bring your hands under your shoulders and use them to support yourself as you tuck your left toes under and push your right leg back. And we will roll over onto our back for one last pose, a supine twist. So we'll take right knee over to the left side of our body, bring your arms out to a T. Use your hand to support your right knee as you bring it back to center. Extend the right leg long, bring the left knee in towards the chest, flexing the foot, cross the left knee over the body, bring the arms out to a T. Inhale, take the left knee, bring it back to center. Extend both legs long and bring your arms to either side, coming into final relaxation pose, Savasana. You are invited to stay here for as long as you would like, but that is the end of our guided instruction for today. Thank you all so much for joining me, and until next time, eat well, sleep well, recover well, and I hope to see you back soon.